The betrayal of Dr. Trent left the resistance shaken. Trust was a fragile thing now, with every soldier looking over their shoulder. Though Trent was locked away, the scars of her actions lingered in the minds of everyone at the base. Markov stood at the central command table, his gaze fixed on the holographic map. We've survived the first wave. But this isn't over. If the Dominion sent one infiltrator, they'll send more. We need to stay vigilant. Reyna, leaning against the wall with her rifle slung over her shoulder, frowned. We can't just keep playing defense, Markov. If we wait for them to make the next move, we'll lose. Kael chimed in, his tone measured. Reyna's right. The Dominion thrives on psychological warfare. They want you second-guessing every decision, doubting everyone around you. We have to act. Markov clenched his fists. Act how? We don't even know what they're planning next. The Phantom's voice cut through the tension. I may have an answer. All eyes turned to the AI's glowing core as it projected an image onto the map, a Dominion research facility hidden deep in the Amazon rainforest. The Phantom explained its discovery, a Dominion outpost conducting experiments with advanced bioweapons. This wasn't just another research station, it was the staging ground for a new kind of war. The facility is cloaked, the Phantom explained. But I've detected faint energy signatures from their shield generator. If we can infiltrate the facility and disable it, we can neutralize this threat before it reaches your cities. Reyna nodded. Finally, a chance to hit them where it hurts. Kael added, but it won't be easy. Dominion outposts are heavily fortified, and their soldiers are genetically enhanced. This isn't a mission for the faint of heart. Markov looked around the room. Then it settled. We take a small team, fast, quiet, precise. This isn't about destruction. It's about sabotage. The group quickly assembled their strike team, Reyna, Kael, Markov, and 2 elite resistance operatives. With the Phantom guiding their movements, they prepared for what would undoubtedly be one of their most dangerous missions yet. Under the cover of darkness, the team descended into the dense jungle. The sounds of wildlife surrounded them, but Kael's keen senses picked up on something unnatural, a low hum in the air, barely audible but unmistakable. Reyna whispered, "The shield generators?" Kael nodded. "It's close. Stay alert. They'll have patrols everywhere." The group moved silently, their camouflaged suits blending into the foliage. As they approached the facility, they spotted Dominion soldiers patrolling the perimeter, their cybernetic enhancements glowing faintly in the dark. Markov signaled for the team to split up. Kael and Reyna would disable the shield generator, while he and the others created a distraction. Reyna smirked. Typical. We get the fun part. Kael and Reyna slipped into the facility, using the Phantom's data to navigate the labyrinthine corridors. The shield generator was a massive, pulsating core of energy, surrounded by heavily armed guards. Reyna scanned the room. Too many to take head-on. We'll have to be creative. Kael nodded, pulling out a device from his belt. EMP grenade. Should knock out their systems long enough for us to plant the charges. As Kael set the grenade, Reyna covered him, her rifle trained on the guards below. The grenade went off, sending a pulse of energy through the room. The lights flickered, and the guards scrambled to respond.
Now!
Reyna shouted, leaping into action. She and Kael moved as one, taking out the disoriented guards with precision. Within minutes, the charges were in place, and the generator was seconds from overload. Kael tapped his comm, generators down. Time to move. As the generator exploded, the facility's defenses sprang to life. Alarms blared, and Dominion soldiers flooded the corridors. Markov and his team fought valiantly, holding the line as Kael and Reyna made their escape. But the Dominion's forces were relentless, their advanced weapons cutting through the resistance like a blade through water. Reyna growled into her comm. Markov, "We're pinned down. We need extraction. Now." The Phantom's voice responded. "Hold your position. I am redirecting a nearby transport ship to your location." Kael covered Reyna as they retreated. "They'll send reinforcements soon. We need to get out of here before we're overrun." The team regrouped at the extraction point, their stolen transport ship lifting off just as Dominion reinforcements arrived. From the air, they watched as the facility erupted in flames, the generator's destruction triggering a chain reaction. Back at the resistance base, the team debriefed with the Phantom. But instead of relief, they were met with grim news. While you succeeded in destroying the facility, the Phantom said, the data I intercepted suggests the Dominion has already begun deploying their bioweapons. This was not their only research station. Markov slammed his fist on the table. So we're back to square one? Kael shook his head. Not entirely. We've sent them a message, they're not invincible. And we've bought ourselves time to prepare for what's coming. Reyna looked at the team, her determination shining through. Then let's get to work. If the Dominion thinks they can break us, they've got another thing coming.